Giannis comes back, but the Bucks lose their third straight series opener in these playoffs. Mike Budenholzer moments ago speaking about what Giannis did to be cleared to play in Game 1.
You know, he was cleared and he wanted to go, and everybody was on the same page. So, you know, it's just a credit to him. And, you know, we talked just the work he puts in, the work the sports performance group puts in, you know, for him to be back playing in Game 1. You know, he's just, it's really impressive what he did.
Milwaukee Bucks are down 2-0 in the NBA Finals.
Sports director Nick Tabor joins us now. Now, why did the Bucks fall short tonight?
Yeah, Giannis brought it. Historic third quarter, as you just saw on the telecast, but his teammates did not. Giannis finishes with 42 points, 20 of those in the third quarter alone, but it was a struggle for Chris Middleton and others. You see Giannis, the fadeaway, he was so good tonight. He was gassed, though. He's given it everything he has. Middleton struggles. Drew Holiday, 7 of 21, 17 points. The Suns win 118-108. Both teams holding post-game press conferences right now. Coach Bud just sitting down to answer questions. We'll hear from him later in sports.
All right, thanks, Nick. Now, Game 3 is Sunday night in Milwaukee, and you can see it right here on WQOW.
Giannis with 42 points. He could not do it all himself, but he tried. Evan Hong joins me now. The Bucks supporting cast just didn't do enough tonight.
Yeah, that's right, Nick. What's been key for the Bucks throughout the playoffs has been the production of Chris Middleton and Brook Lopez and others not named Giannis, but their struggles proved costly in Game 2. Lopez ended with just 8 points, P.J. Tucker with 7, and Middleton with just 11 on 5 of 16 from the field and 1 for 6 from behind the arc. Middleton led the team in Game 1 with 29 points, but was shut down tonight and left with his worst scoring night of the entire playoffs. Funny enough, the scores in Games 1 and 2 are nearly identical. The Suns scored 118 again. The Bucks scored 3 more points, but it's going to take more than that to get back in the series.
There's probably a few looks that... you know, I think that they got to go in. You know, when you're playing against a good defensive team, you get a good, clean one. Drew was getting to the paint a lot. I liked his aggressiveness. So, you know, I think we need all 3 of those guys. And, you know, I think they just keep working. They'll come good.
And Drew Holiday did manage to score 17 tonight, and he'll need to keep up that aggressiveness if the Bucks have a chance in Game 3.
All right, thank you so much, Evan. A couple other key stats from this game. Points in the paint. Milwaukee was up 18-0 in that category early. It finishes 54-28. Milwaukee also with the advantage in fast break points. 3-point shooting, though, the story for Phoenix. 23s tonight. The Bucks just 9 of 31. All right, so Game 3, Sunday night in Milwaukee. We will have a special pregame show at 5:30 Sunday evening to get you ready. And then I'll have live reports from the Deer District after the game. Game 3 coverage on ABC, 7 o'clock Sunday night. Game 4 will be next Wednesday at 8 o'clock. Game 5, if necessary, back in Phoenix at 8 o'clock. Heavy rains are moving through Milwaukee this evening. The Bucks trying to make it rain inside Pfizer Forum and even up the NBA Finals. Evan Hong is live outside the arena with the latest on if fans will be able to catch tonight's game from Deer District.
Hey, Nick. Well, as you can see behind me, the fans have started pouring into the Deer District here. The gates were supposed to open at around 6:30. There was some heavy rain, as you mentioned, that moved through the Deer District and Pfizer Forum. And the fans have started to completely pour in here now. And it's getting really, really exciting here. Well, the Bucks played better defense in Game 3, holding Sun Stars Devin Booker and Chris Paul to a combined 29 points. Phoenix cooled off behind the three-point line after shooting 50% in Game 2. The Suns shot less than 30% in Game 3. Bucks head coach Mike Budenholzer says there's a connection between that three-point shooting and defending the Suns' 2-star players.
It's a great challenge guarding Paul and Booker. They tend to attract extra attention, draw an extra body, and they're willing passers. So the better we can do on Paul and Booker, you know, hopefully the better we can do reducing, you know, particularly corner threes are real. You know, I think that's a hot spot for any offense.
Now, Offensively, the Bucks want to play with more connectivity. Milwaukee is 8-1 on their home court during this playoffs. A win tonight, and this series is tied. I'll be back after the game with more reaction here from Fiserv Forum in the Deer District. Live in Milwaukee, Evan Hong, News 18 Sports.
All right, thank you so much, Evan. Mike Breen has the call of tonight's game on ABC. He expects Phoenix to play with desperation after losing game number 3. A key tonight is how Milwaukee handles that initial surge.
I know Bucks fans, I know what they want as the result. All we root for a game to be decided at the buzzer. And the series has had so much so far. That's what we want coming up in Game 4.
Game 4 coverage, 8 o'clock tonight, right here on WQOW.
NBA Finals are at an even 2 games apiece. Milwaukee comes back to beat Phoenix 109-103 in Game 4 in Milwaukee.
Evan Hong joins us live from Milwaukee, where the Deer District outside the arena is soaking up this huge win.
Keith and Shannon, I'm just going to step to the side and let you take a look at the scene behind me. It's starting to clear out, but thousands upon thousands of Bucks fans are leaving the Deer District right now after seeing a massive win in Game 4, 109-103. It was a close game, wire to wire. The lead didn't seem to get more than 7 points for much of the way. Let's show you some of the highlights. The Suns, they led most of the way. Devin Booker was brilliant. He gave everything he got, 42 points, but foul trouble sends him to the bench late. Chris Middleton, he takes over in the 4th quarter. 8 points in a row helps Milwaukee seal the deal. He scores 40 points on the night, and the Bucks win to even the series 2 games apiece. Now, the Deer District is loving this, and we know that this series is going to come back to Milwaukee on Tuesday for Game 6 now. It'll have to go to Phoenix first in Game 5 on Saturday. I'll have more reaction later on in sports, but for now in Milwaukee, I'm Evan Hong, News 18 Sports.
All right, thanks, Evan. Game 5 is Saturday night in Phoenix. Every game on the NBA Finals is aired right here on News 18.
The NBA Finals is now a best of 3. Home team has won every game in the series. Evan Hong live outside Fiserv Forum, where Bucks fans are still processing what just happened.
Hey, Nick. Well, as you can see behind me, it's died down significantly here in the Deer District. Some fans still lingering. I'm a little disappointed, though, today. I don't have any balloon animals like you did on Sunday, Nick, but I'm just happy that the Bucks were able to pull out the huge win in Game 4. A big reason for that was because of the late game block by Giannis Antetokounmpo. Let's take a look at it here. It was a potential game-tying dunk with under 90 seconds to go from DeAndre Ayton. Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's first team all-defense for a reason. That's just what he does. And it was Giannis who scored 40-plus points in the last 2 games of the finals, but tonight it was Chris Middleton who had 40 points. Head coach Mike Budenholzer talked about both the block and Middleton's performance after the game.
Their connection in the pick-and-roll game, their ability to make plays is very good. And Giannis just made a spectacular block, a spectacular play, his ability to cover ground and get to that point, get to the top. That's an NBA Finals special moment right there. I think you need somebody that can make those shots. He and Giannis in a pick and roll. Giannis setting great screens, and Chris, I thought he had some good looks, kind of early, and but then he just stayed with it, and credit for him. A lot of big, tough shots, and then the tough finish in transition. He was special.
Now, the Bucks are 9-1 here at the Fiserv Forum this postseason, but they'll need to win at least one road game in Phoenix to win the NBA championship. Live in Milwaukee, Evan Hong, News 18 Sports.
Thanks, Evan. Let's look at some key stats from this Game 4. Phoenix, a lot of turnovers, 17 of them, and that helped Milwaukee stay in it early. 11 steals for the Bucks. Fast break points, Milwaukee winning that category, and second chance points again tonight. Phoenix usually wins when it shoots better than its opponent, but not the case again tonight. Milwaukee only shoots 40%, but wins by 6. Here's Suns coach Monty Williams on those turnovers.
Over the course of the game, when you just give it up that many times, the turnovers and offensive rebounding was a bit of a hill for us to climb. But you're right, when you have that kind of a lead in the 4th, If we can just hold on to the ball and get good possessions, you feel like you can at least hold it there.
So here's your series schedule, I should say. Game 5, Saturday night in Phoenix, 8 o'clock. Game 6 will now be on Tuesday in Milwaukee. We now know that. It's going to be 8 o'clock. And then Game 7, if necessary, next Thursday, 8 o'clock at Phoenix. All these games will air on WQOW.
Sports director Nick Tabbert is live from the Deer District tonight as tens of thousands gather for Game 6 of the NBA Finals. We start you out in sports on Live at 5.
From WQOW, this is Eau Claire's own News 18 Live at 5.
Thanks for choosing News 18. I'm Shannon Hoyt. Well, it's a very exciting night in the Badger State. The Milwaukee Bucks can win their first NBA championship in 50 years. Tonight they host Phoenix in Game 6 of the NBA Finals right here on News 18, and just about 3 hours from now. Sports director Nick Tabbert is in Milwaukee, where as many as 65,000 fans are expected to gather outside the arena to watch tonight's game.
Hey Shannon, Deer District has been severely upgraded for Game 6 tonight, and this place is starting to fill up. Behind me is what we used to have with this beer garden and just kind of this district with a DJ stand and a big screen TV and a lot of people saying Bucks in 6. But if we go this way, the Bucks made a bunch of changes yesterday here outside Pfizer Forum. Now we have this giant lot with an even bigger stand. This looks like Country Jam or Rock Fest, and they are hoping to get up to 65,000 people here, the city of Eau Claire essentially, for Game 6. And they are hoping this place is jam-packed with fans celebrating the Bucks' first title since 1971. Now, the Bucks have told us all season long they are trying to stay in the moment and not think about this massive party waiting for them outside the building. They're trying to be extremely disciplined for a few more hours.
Treating it like every regular season game that we've had, every playoff game that we had. Taking one game at a time, and every game is a must-win.
Fans with tickets are encouraged to get here early. The gates for the Deer District are technically going to open at 6 o'clock tonight. I'll be back then with another update from Milwaukee. Live from the Deer District, Nick Tabbert for News 18.
All right, thanks, Nick. We have a special pregame show at 6:30 right here on WQOW. Game coverage starts at 8 p.m.
WQOW. This is Eau Claire's own News 18 Live at 5.
Welcome back to Milwaukee, everybody. Game 6 of the NBA Finals. I found a fan that was here in 1971. We've got people of all generations here getting ready for Game 6. Check it out over here. Everyone's lined up underneath one of the big TV screens getting ready to watch Game 6. The Bucks trying to win their first championship in 50 years. Deer District built now to accommodate 65,000 fans, the entire city of Eau Claire. This place is going to fill up. The gates open at 6 o'clock. I'll be back then with another update here from Milwaukee. Shannon?
Sounds like a fun time. Thanks, Nick. Well, we'll also have our pregame special at 6:30, and tip-off for the game, of course, is at 8 o'clock. Moments ago, the gates opened at Pfizer Forum's Deer District. Thousands of fans are finding their spot to possibly see the Bucks win their first NBA championship in 50 years. Sports director Nick Tabbert joins us from Milwaukee, somewhere in that sea of 65,000 people.
Boy, what a difference just a half hour, 45 minutes makes here at Deer District. This place has filled up. Let's take a look around here. A lot of people standing in line next to us waiting to get a beer. We saw Charlie Barron's, the comedian, just about 50 yards that way by that food truck. So there's a lot going on here. Yeah. A lot of Bucks in 6 and Go Bucks chants. Obviously, the Bucks fans know what's at stake tonight. 50 years since they last won an NBA championship, and they can close it out with a win tonight. Now, the Deer District has grown a lot since Game 4, the last time the Bucks were here. It is now able to accommodate about 65,000 people. You look over to my right, you'll still see a big TV screen. There used to be a DJ stand there. They've actually moved that around Pfizer Forum, around to the north side of the building. They have a huge, it looks like Country Jam or Rock Fest over there. it's incredible what they've done to accommodate so many people that want to be here to possibly witness some history from the Bucks. To my left, another empty lot with another big screen TV. They're trying to fit as many people in here as they can in case the Bucks pull it off here tonight. The Bucks 9-1 at home this postseason. They've played so well here. They played so well at this building, Pfizer Forum, since it opened 2 years ago. They're 3-0 in closeout games. So if you're looking for some good karma for the Bucks tonight, it's that they have played well in the high-stake games. We'll be back in sports to preview the game. We're going to hear from Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He, of course, was part of that 1971 championship team. And we'll also talk about some of the key role players to this title run, possible title run, Pat Connaughton among them. But for now, live in Deer District, Nick Tabbert, News 18.
All right, thanks, Nick. Don't have too much fun now. A reminder, we have a special pregame show airing after this newscast. Game coverage starts at 8 p.m. right here on WQOW. The prophecy has been fulfilled. Bucks in 6th. The Milwaukee Bucks are your 2021 NBA champs. The Deer District is absolutely crazy right now, and sports director Nick Tabbert is somewhere in the massive crowd. Nick?
It is party time here in Milwaukee. For the first time in 50 years, the Milwaukee Bucks are champions of the NBA. What a scene here in Milwaukee as fans take this in. I'm going to step out of the way. This place was packed, shoulder to shoulder. You could not move for most of the evening. It is let up a little bit now as people leave the Deer District and Pfizer Forum to go celebrate in the streets of Milwaukee. But as you can see, there's just people cheering everywhere. There's a lot of Bucks in 6. Go Bucks, go. And like we mentioned, it has been a long time coming. 50 years since the Bucks have won an NBA championship. They expanded this Deer District outside Pfizer Forum to accommodate 65,000 people. They had fireworks going off. Just to my left here, we had fireworks on the right side too. It's been a wonderful celebration, well-deserved for the city of Milwaukee. So we are going to hear from some of those fans in a little bit. But what we've heard so far is people have been going to Bucks games for their entire lives. They've been supporting the team through all the downs, a lot of down years. But now they get to see the ultimate high with Giannis Antetokounmpo leading the way. He had 50 points tonight, put the team on his back, and brought home a title. The first one for the Bucks in 50 years, second one overall. Milwaukee, it's your moment. The city finally celebrates another championship. Our Evan Hong followed the Bucks through the streets of Milwaukee as they continued the party they started on Tuesday night.
Say, how y'all doing? How y'all doing?
The party goes on in Milwaukee. The Bucks are the 2021 NBA champions, and Milwaukee fans showed out to celebrate with the team one more time.
Bucks in 6! Bucks in 6!
Doesn't even feel real yet. You still gotta let us see hands. Just being here is crazy.
Bucks in 6! Come on, Bucks in 6!
Governor Tony Evers was on hand for the celebration after declaring July 22nd Bucks in 6 day. He still got a mixed reaction of cheers and jeers. No jeers for Mike Budenholzer, whose 3-year championship coaching process paid off.
I couldn't be more happy for our players, for our team, for our organization, for our city of Milwaukee, NBA champions. Yeah!
PJ Tucker was feeling himself. His dog mentality carried over to the rest of the team this year.
We got ball, Jimmy!
Fan favorite Bobby Portis was embraced by the city this season, and he returned the love.
You know, without you guys, we would have got this done, and shout out to the best fans in the world. Appreciate y'all.
Drew Holiday completed the championship puzzle in one season after 7 years with New Orleans.
And in 1 year, man, look what we can do. Maybe we can do it again, huh?
It took 8 years for Chris Middleton to get his ring in Milwaukee. He says it was a long time coming.
Struggled, went through a lot of, just ups and downs. But we finally got the job done for sure.
And the only accolade the Greek Freak was missing was a ring. He brought it to the city where his NBA journey started.
Milwaukee, we did it, baby! We did it! We did it, man! Man, this is our city. This is our city. City, man. We did it, man. It's unbelievable.
Giannis stayed in Milwaukee for one reason, to bring this city an NBA championship, and the fans gave him a celebration the only way Milwaukee knows how. From Milwaukee, Evan Hong, News 18 Sports.